everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It is me, your girl Twanna, and I've been MIA, but I'm here. I thought I would pop on and say hi to you guys and see what you guys are up to. Hopefully you guys missed me. I missed you guys so much. And it has been a lot. It's been a lot going on over here. So I was like, let me pop on and what's been going on in my life, where I've been, what I've been doing, and all that kind of stuff. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. It is the 15th of the month. So we are halfway through the month of September. Shout out to all the September babies out there. Hello, Purple. Hey, Gemini. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for my thumbs up, you guys, already. Thank you. Yeah, and I missed you guys too. I missed you guys severely. Oh man, it's a lot going on around here. A lot. And so I was like, let me tell y'all what's been going on, because I know y'all are probably like, where the heck have you been? Okay, so my daughter, she was diagnosed with Miss Rona, and she had to quarantine, which means I had to play grandma. So while my daughter was quarantining, I had to take care of the kids, and child, as old as I am, running around after a 5-year-old and a 6-month-old. Shout out and mad props to all the single mothers out there that can hear my voice. Y'all rock, because I'm telling you, it was a struggle. I was on the struggle bus. But Bree is okay. She's better. She's doing well. Today was her first day, out of the house. And, she was so happy to get back to the kids. We had a system set up to where, we were Zooming so she could see the kids and help Honesty with her homework. And, we were just making it work. We were just making it work. The family was pitching in. Mom was coming by to make sure, I had everything I needed. Like, it's been a lot going on. And so this right here is like, I got, firsthand what this thing actually looks like. So her condition, thank you guys, her condition was not as bad as, others I've seen. She doesn't have any respiratory problems. She didn't have to go to the hospital. She lost taste and smell. She lost her appetite a little bit. She was very nauseated every day for the first couple of days. It kind of started with, I feel a little faint. I'm at work. I feel a little faint. I need to go sit down. And then they tested her at work. They have, a station there for Miss Rona at most jobs nowadays. And so she tested positive. So then they sent her to the hospital, and they had a center for testing set up out there that was separate from the hospital. So she, in fact, tested positive, and immediately it was like, you have to quarantine. So with that being said, it's been a madhouse over here. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. It's been a madhouse, but whew, I have my hands full, girl. I have my hands full. It has been some serious, like, I'm 50 years old, running around after a 5-year-old all day. I mean, but I don't mind, because those are my babies, and, we had fun. We had, tons of fun. But at the same time, Honesty, she's 5 years old. She's smart. She's very smart. So we had a long conversation about Miss Rona and the side effects, and, what could happen, and why it's important to wear your mask and use hand sanitizer, and all that kind of stuff. So it really, for children not to be able to see their parents every day, or, what I'm saying? Like, how come I have to talk to you? How come you just can't come to grandma's? It's like, I can't go anywhere. I have to. So anyway, while she was quarantining, she did a thorough, cleansing of the house and the car and all that kind of stuff, and made sure that everything was safe. She went back to take the test, because you got to take a test, after you quarantine. And so she tested negative for both tests. So today was the reunion day. Today was the first day that, the grandkids and my daughter got to reunite. So I was happy about it. The kids were happy. My daughter, she's more than happy because she was stressed out. My baby's going to forget what I look like. I'm not, I can't do this. Like, I mean, she was really hysterical. But I'm just really thankful. Like y'all know me anyway. I live a life of gratitude. I talk about that all the time, to be thankful and grateful for the small things, being able to, just breathe and, not have to be on oxygen and not have to, suffer in silence in the hospital where, you can't see anybody and you can't talk to anybody. So, her, her situation, was mild. But then we see on the internet a lot of people, and in person, like our family has lost quite a few people to this since day one. So, it was nerve wracking for a minute. We kept, checking on her and how you doing and what's going on and how are you feeling? Do you need to go to the hospital? And, it just, thank God that everything worked out and she's okay. And, the reunion today was, super cute. The kids are, so happy that they can go back home. Although my granddaughter, Honesty, kind of wanted to still stay here. I said, you want to stay because, I'll give you what you want, but you got to go home. I was like, you have to go home because you got to help mommy take care of the baby. So yeah. Hi, Fly Eagles Fly, and everybody coming in. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm doing my little story time. I did not mean to ignore you guys, but how are you? Happy hump day. Anybody got September birthdays out there? Happy birthday. September babies in the house. So now listen, Wendy Williams, it has been allegedly confirmed. That's the way I'm going to put it. She has had a breakthrough case of COVID, and she is so upset. I mean, she really is just panicking. So they had to send her to a facility to try to get her calmed down. From what I understand, a breakthrough case is when you have been vaccinated and you still get it, which is what happened to my daughter. So I'm totally aware of what Wendy is going through, but the show premiere has been pushed back. So if you do watch Wendy Williams, the premiere will not air as it does every year because she's sick. And, she's got some really serious health conditions anyway. And add this to what she already goes through with her legs swelling and, just all kinds of problems. Like, it's just not it's not a good thing. So keep Wendy Williams in your prayers, even if you don't like, because I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Like, this is horrible. Like, this pandemic, and when you're already sick and then you have to go through, Miss Rona and all this kind of stuff. This stuff is crazy. To just compile things one on top of the other on top of the other is crazy. So I got everybody on the prayer list because this is scary. People are wigging out, which I totally understand. I would be wigging out too and have been, because I'm telling you, it just, when somebody else gets it and you've already had people pass away in the family, it's like, whoa, is this going to happen again? What's going to happen? So I completely understand. And I hate it for Wendy because, she does have a son, and I'm sure he's, really upset because, like I said, if you're already sick, you know what I'm saying? When you're already sick and then this happens, like, wow, that's a lot, you guys. That's a lot. Fly Eagles Slices is praying for Australia. If you haven't seen it, Australia 2021 needs to check it out on the internet. Well, definitely Australia. Australia, we're praying for you. Um, New Orleans, Louisiana, all over Louisiana, we're still praying for you guys. I was there 5 years after Katrina and saw the devastation. And right now, Louisiana just, if I was the president of the United States, I hate to say this, but I would probably shut Louisiana down. I would make it a no man's land and just really force people to move, because anytime, there's something serious that can't be contained, like Mother Nature hits, Louisiana gets hit hard. Hey, JJ, there are graves that are floating up out of the ground, and it's still happening right now. So if you've never been in a hurricane, you've never been to New Orleans when all this is happening, I was there after Katrina. The graves are literally one by one popping up out of the ground, because the ground is not solid, because, they're surrounded by water. Everything is liquefied once again. I mean, it's just not a safe place to live. And I know people love it out there, but it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I literally would not live there. And, and I love New Orleans. I had a ball when I lived there for a year. I had a ball. I loved my work. I loved being out there. The interviews that I got to do, and, the work I got to do was, spectacular. But when you think about, if another storm hits, I could be the next one washed away. My family may not make it. I'm probably going to move somewhere else, I don't have an opinion on Joe Biden, Fly. I try to stay away from politics as much as possible. My whole outlook on politics is to pray for the people who are in charge. Because I'm a Christian, and that's just, what I believe. Politics, one way or the other, really isn't going to affect me directly. As a society, you can only, wish that more people would pray and, come together. But, as an individual, I just pray for people, because you can't make people do what you want them to do. I mean, he's the president of the United States, so he needs to be on everybody's prayer list. You be praying about this stuff. I don't have an opinion on politics one way or the other. So that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but I'm just saying, I put people on the prayer list and I let God handle it. That is his job. I am not here to take over God's job. That is his job, and he's been doing a fine job thus far. And so I just have learned to get out of the way, let go, and let God. So that's what's happening over here. Another story. I got some stories coming out, so I'm just kind of giving you guys a heads up. If you watch Love and Hip Hop, there is a man that used to be a part of an R&B group. I can't think of his name right now, but he's been in trouble for about a year now. With the IRS and everything. And he actually, if I could pull this up, I think he was in the group Pretty Ricky. He's going to spend 17 years in prison because of this PPP loan fraud. Now, I do have opinions about this, okay? If the government would have said you can get the PPP loan and start a business, that probably would have made more sense. But the PPP loan was to save a business that was already, intact. Like, I have a business, and because of the pandemic, I'm going to lose my business. You know what I'm saying? This ain't it. This dude was like, I have businesses, and, I need the money, and it was up in the millions. Do you understand me? Like, this has been going on for a year. In the millions he got from the government. They tagged him. He was found out. Now he's going to prison. He admitted to doing it. He pled guilty, and now he's going to spend 17 years of his life in prison for what he did. Now, Do you think you need to be playing with the government and the IRS? No. Are you kidding? What were you thinking? What are you thinking? Who does that? Pretty Ricky, who does that? Sorry, you guys, that was somebody trying to call. Anyway, yeah, wow. Like I found that was so dumb, so stupid. I mean, come on. Like seriously. Like why would you do that anyway? Like what would actually cross your mind to say that, oh, I can get this PPP loan and I can buy a Rolls Royce? Are you insane? Who does that? Who does that? Who says, oh, look at the stuff I can buy, and a Rolls Royce would not be the one thing I would purchase on my list. If I get a PPP loan, I am going to at least try to make it look like I have a business. I mean, I need to look at least like I'm legitimate. You know what I'm saying? You idiot, you went and bought a Rolls Royce. You bought a few other cars. You bought 2, 3, 4 houses on the same street. I don't know why you would do that. That's a red flag. Okay? I mean, come on. You guys, we got to do better. We got to do better. We have got to do better as a people. We look raggedy as hell as a unit. We don't look good as a team. Okay? What is wrong with these people? Why would you take millions of money from a company that probably actually needs that money? But you're running around here buying clothes and shoes and cars and houses and, lavish gifts and, traveling. And you didn't earn this money. You didn't go to work and earn this money. This money is not yours. The government set it aside for people like you and me, not for anybody to be scamming. I mean, and the fact that your group, your singing group, was one of the most legitimate, hypest. I mean, listen, everybody knows your songs. Like everybody knew who you were, and this is the legacy you want to live. Like this is it. This is the legacy you're gonna leave. Really. So not only do you jack yourself up, but you tarnish the entire group. So now everybody that used to sing in Pretty Ricky is looking scandalous because of you, because you did this. Oh, Fly says everyone stay blessed. I gotta go walk the dog. All right, Fly, I do apologize for being late, family. Oh, you're fine. We're just talking about different things in the news. The stupid things that people are doing. And I had to catch you guys up. Catherine, my daughter was tested positive, but she's okay. She's went through her quarantine and she's good now. She's good. She was reunited with the kids today. I've been taking care of the kids, which is why I was MIA. So I know y'all didn't know when I was going to go live. I just popped on. So please forgive me for that. I know I need a schedule and I'm going to get one. I'm going to get a schedule. JJ said that's one brave fool, right? Listen, because you have to go through a series, you guys, in case you have not applied for a PPP loan, you have to go through a series of paperwork. And they're checking to see if it's, your work is legitimate. So if you have things like an EIN number, you have, paperwork, your business cards, your, whether it's a virtual business or brick and mortar, you have to have, this paperwork set in place. So he went through a lot to make this business of his look legitimate. But there was no business to be found. He didn't have any paperwork as far as how much the business made a month. There was no, when you file taxes as a business owner, there was no, you know what I'm saying? There were still some things missing. But the gripe that I have with this, ladies and gentlemen, is that for the people who got turned down for the PPP loan, who really needed it, how did you guys let
the scammers through the cracks. How did they get the money? But the people who really needed the money were hung out to dry and lost their businesses. They weren't able to reopen doors. I mean, I don't understand. You're the IRS. You're the government. You should have known this was going to happen. You should have had stuff in place. Like, I don't know. To me, it just didn't make sense. Were you trying to hem people up? Like, did you do this on purpose? Like, I don't know. But I just found it really strange that so many people were able to scam the government out of PPP loans. And then there were people who really, really needed the loans that didn't get $1. So that was a little shady. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think, some stuff was missing. Like they weren't prepared for it, just like we weren't prepared for Miss Rona. There's a lot of things that, we're not prepared for. And it's a good thing when you do the stimulus. It's a good thing when you do the PPP loans. A loan that is forgivable is always great because, it grants you time, to get back on your feet. And that's wonderful. But allow it for the people who really need it. I mean, come on. People who actually have a brick and mortar or actually have a digital business that, they have actual, clients like that right there. You know what I'm saying? I've been in business online since 2005. If I had applied for a PPP loan, I guarantee you I would have been denied. I know I would have. But Joe Schmo, who lives beside me, probably would have got 2, 3, or 4 of these loans. You know what I'm saying? So the guy, his name is Mo from Pretty Ricky. Mo actually, how was it 7 million or was it 4? I think it was 4 million. So anyway, however, how many loans he got, it was up in the millions of dollars that he was granted. And that's how he was able to purchase the Rolls Royces and the Lamborghinis and the 4 or 5 homes he purchased. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was stupid. Also, if you guys have been following up on Bill Cosby, my boy Bill, he has canceled his tour. Now, some people are saying that allegedly it's his health problems, because you could tell, when he went to prison, he wasn't 100% healthy. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby is up in age or whatever. We don't really know until a representative actually says what the deal is. I was kind of hoping, I didn't know the show itinerary, but I was kind of hoping he would come somewhere close to Alabama because I wanted to meet him in person. I would drive to Birmingham. I would drive to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But he canceled the tour. So I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm hoping that it's not Miss Rona. I'm hoping maybe it's just a precaution that they don't want him to get sick. You know what I'm saying? But the last picture I saw, him and Camille were, walking out of a doctor's, office, and his spokesperson spoke for him, saying that, there wasn't going to be a tour, not right now, maybe in the future, but not right now. So between him canceling and Wendy Williams canceling, the premiere, I'm really tripping out. I'm really tripping out because, things just ain't looking right. All across the board, things are not looking right. And, I'm just like, oh my God, the worst scare of my life this year was when my daughter called me sobbing on the phone. I tested positive. I'm like, what? But thank God it wasn't severe. Now, on the internet streets, the YouTube streets, I don't know how many of y'all actually follow my girl B Love's Life. She finally got to Texas to be with her son. Okay. Dalvin, which is the Zaddy Chunk Chunk. Hey, Sugar Boo. Zaddy Chunk Chunk. He's still breathing a little funny, but he's all right. He's doing good. He loves life. Finally got up there to see him. And they did a king crab, you know, and it was nice. I was hoping for something different, you guys. I was hoping to see the hugs and the loves, and I was looking forward to seeing be love in the mom mode. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know, okay, you're a mukbanger. We know that. But I was hoping that she was gonna, be a mom. You know what I'm saying? And instead, they did a mukbang. Catherine said, I was shocked to find out Mr. Cosby is dealing with a degree of blindness. Yeah. You remember he was blind, and I think it was his left eye. It was it his left? And he's already blind in one eye long before he got arrested. And you could tell because it didn't, it kind of shifted, you know what I'm saying? So you could tell either he was blind already or it was cataract. So he's not, you know, he's not 100%. Um, I mean, I'm praying for his health. Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't worry if I were him. I wouldn't worry about a tour. I would do virtual stuff from the privacy of my own home. I would. If I was Bill Cosby, instead of doing a tour and having that on my plate, I literally would do some stuff virtually and just sell it and just do it virtually. I wouldn't worry about flying here and there at his age and everything he's been through. Please, no. The same thing with Wendy. I feel like Wendy needs a break. I feel like if Wendy would take a year off and, because she's taken time off before and, we don't mind watching her reruns, you know, um, but she's such a workaholic. And, I know she hates this, but it's just my opinion. Like, Wendy should really, take a year off because she's been through a lot. And when you go through stress and you're already sick, take it from me. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. You can't be stressed out and work and sick. It's not going to happen. I did that when I was married, and I ended up having emergency surgery. Went into the emergency room and had emergency surgery somewhat 2 years ago. So if I were Wendy, I would take that time off and get myself together and I know she loves her job, but honey, your fans will wait for you. The most important thing is your health. And remember, Wendy has a son. He's grown, but nobody wants to be without their mother. So, I would just, and that's the thing about celebrity status. These celebrities, they put so much on their own back. I have to do this tour. I have to make this album. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to get my merch out. I have to do, and it's like, no, you don't. You have to take care of yourself first. If you work yourself into an early grave, it's not going to matter how many fans you got. It's not going to matter, if or when you go on tour because you're going to be dead. You're going to kill yourself. I mean, it's ridiculous. Some of the stuff that even companies make you do. I've been being very careful with the companies that I choose to work for online. And I'll tell you, some of the contracts look really good, but I don't know, y'all. You just got to be real careful. I see what these mommy vloggers talk about when they talk about the contracts and the stuff that they actually, the companies that they work with. You have to be very careful. And so I've got two companies that I'm working with. One, you guys know, which is Dossier, the perfume. The other one I haven't told you guys about. It is a company that does the apple cider vinegar gummies. And so I got to film that tomorrow. I'll put that clip in every one of my videos. She is a workaholic. And I'll be honest with you guys, because I know people don't usually talk about this. So when you get contracts like that, what happens is in the contract, it will specify how many ads you do per season or, per week or per month or whatever your contract says. So I've got to do a minimum of 4 for one company in a quarter span, which is 3 months. And then I have to do something similar to the apple cider vinegar gummy company. The contracts are totally different, and they're 2 totally different companies. But my obligation, I wanted to make sure they didn't overlap. And I took the gummies because, I'm on, a weight loss journey, and I'm about to start documenting this stuff. I would have started documenting it Monday, but I had the kids, and, we were just pulling together as a family, making sure my daughter was okay. So I still am on track. I'm not, behind on anything, but this is nuts. And when I see these YouTubers breaking down and filming apologies and, snot running everywhere, and, like, why are you stressing yourself out? Just learn to say no. There's no amount of money that's going to make me lose my mind. I don't know how I'm going to get it all done. What? Please, listen. You were fine before you were offered the contract. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just tell them I can't do it right now. My plate is full. I got some other things, that I got to do. And these companies understand. You're not the only person that they reach out to. When I had to push the gummy company back, it was like, oh my God, I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. Take your time and get back with us. Catherine said, you always protect yourself emotionally and mentally, psychologically, and legally regarding you these many products, for free if you do a 30-second spot on your channel. That's just for the one video. And then they might say, oh, I love what you did. Can you do it again? Let's do the deal again. And they'll probably approach you 2 to 3 times before they offer you a contract. Now, if you have over 100,000 subscribers, you're probably going to be offered a contract because your numbers are way high. So it just depends on the channel. Are you guys buffering? Oh, no. No. Okay, I'm not buffering on my end, you guys. I'm so sorry. If you're buffering, let me see. No, I'm not buffering on my end. But anyway, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes in the land of contracts and everything. You just really have to be very picky with the companies that you work for because all money isn't good money. And if you're going to be stressed out about this stuff, it's best that you just, chill out. Hey, Ree. It's best that you just chill out. So the 2 companies that I have chosen to work with right now, I like it because I do like the perfume, even though I don't really wear perfume because I have eczema. But, the holidays are coming up. Christmas is going to come up. People are going to want gifts. Okay, thanks, sugar. So that right there, is Christmas list taken care of with that company. Because once you get the products, you can do what you want to do with it. So that's that on that. And I just got a new bottle the other day that came UPS. So I have that commercial coming up for a totally different fragrance. And then with the apple cider vinegars, this week is going to be my first commercial for that particular product. And my next product is going to be a digital product, which I can't tell you what it is because I haven't done the commercial yet. But you will see this week. You will see. Maybe next week. But I'm hoping this week, if I get myself together the weekend or something, it'll probably be next week because today's Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, they're probably going to be closed on the weekend. So it's probably going to be next week. But I'm super excited for that because I have not done a digital product before. So I'm super excited to see how that goes. Like I'm stoked. Like I didn't know that you could actually get brand deals and contracts with 10,000 subscribers. I had no idea. So now I'm jumping over the moon. I'm like ecstatic. Like they like me. People are actually watching me. I can't believe it. Like I'm just like every day I get up and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Because I'm not kidding. The complaints that I have gotten about YouTube and the stories that I get, people talk so bad about YouTube and then they get mad because they don't make any money. And I'm like, YouTube is not going to push your content because you keep talking bad about YouTube. Purple said the audio is a little off, but I understand what you're saying. Okay. Well, I'm not going to bore you guys too much longer. But I just felt compelled to come on and talk to you guys for a little bit because I know I went missing and you guys didn't know what was going on. So, yeah. But we are having some shaky weather out here, so that may be what's going on with the connection. The connection may be a little scattered because, yeah. But I'm not getting any notifications or whatever on my end. So yeah, we just say not bored. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Y'all know I can talk all night. It's not, if anybody know, oh my god. If you guys have not checked out Purple Paisley's channel, she's back. Purple Paisley Platter is back. You guys go subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Subscribe to my sister. Just click the button. It's free. Go over there and subscribe. She has some stuff. She did a makeup haul the other day. I was so jealous of you. Like I wish we lived closer so that we could go shopping together because I swear I said, here I am stuck in the house. I gotta shop online. And here Purple is, she's got her little Ulta bag, with all her goodies. And I'm like, dadgum you. We gotta Purple. We gotta do a collab. We gotta do a collab one day. Because do you know that people still ask me to this day, what is a traveler's notebook? So we got to do a collab. We got to show people what a traveler's notebook is and how you use it. Because I was under the impression that everybody knew what a traveler's notebook was. I mean, by now it's 2021, right? So of course you know what it is. Nope, nope. I went into somebody's live. This lady met me in Vern's chat, and she was like, "I'm going to subscribe to you because I like your content, I like your videos, whatever." And I said, "Okay." So when I got off of Vern's live, I went to her channel because she was live, and she was I don't know, diamond painting or something like that, something that I'm not familiar with. Anyway, long story short, she was diamond painting, and she said, "Do you mind coming on the panel?" I said, "No." And so I clicked on the link and I joined the panel. And she was asking me, what did I do in the way of, crafting? I said, traveler's notebooks. This chick was like, that sounds interesting. What is that? I'm like, what? I know you lied. Just the word notebook should have gave you an indication. I'm like, how are you a crafter and you don't know what a traveler's notebook is, chick? Purple said I finally got my Wix going. Girl, Wix has got new stuff. They kind of complicated me for a minute, but I'm good. I had to let Wix know, man, y'all need to quit playing. Don't change anything else, okay? Don't change anything else, Wix. But no, my website, I'm obsessed with my website, you guys. Like, it is so beautiful. I worked all year, like seriously, all year. And I'm just so proud of myself. I really, really, for the first time, I can actually say I really love my website. So I'm excited about that, like totally, because that's a job. Usually, we pay somebody hundreds of dollars to, build a website. And for like, I was able to do it by myself. I'm like, yeah, pat myself on the back. I'm proud of myself. I did that. So, try something new. You try something new, you get different results. So, I feel like everybody, if you have a business, if you're a singer, a songwriter, you have a catalog of work or whatever it is, I feel like, you deserve a website. You need a website. So people can go and check you out. They can, everything is a one-stop shop. Your social media, your, YouTube channels, your, vlogs and blogs and whatever. Everything should have a home. So when people go to your website, they don't have to look for you all over the internet. Just go to my website, and there you'll find everything. You can connect with me, you can write to me, you know what I'm saying? You can do whatever. And it just makes it a lot easier instead of having 4, 5, 6 different links all over the place. It just makes it easier. So yeah. But I'm like super excited because I had been like, I was stalked Purple Paisley's channel. And every time I look at one of her videos, I'm like, man, I wish she would hurry up and come back. Where's Purple? We used to be like, I would be on live and then we would leave out of my live stream and we would all go to Purple Paisley's channel. It's just like we switching live streams back and forth, but we're used to live streams because we all started on Periscope. So, going live for us is easier than, recording a video. Like, I don't know. I just feel funny sometimes talking to the camera and nobody's chatting back, but you get used to it. JJ says that would be a great collaboration. That would be the new PBS. You and Purple. We can do it. We can do it now. I will say this though, Purple Paisley Planner is a little bit more advanced than I am. She's got crickets over there and all kinds of stuff, and she's high. She's high dollar. She's fancy with her stuff. Some of the stuff that I know how to do, Purple Paisley taught me how to emboss and stuff like that. I didn't know anything about embossing and getting my first embossing kit and how to use the dryer sheet or the baby powder over it, and the different colors of it, embossing powder. The Tim Holtz, Purple taught me about Tim Holtz inks and stuff like that. I was able to ink out one of my childhood notebooks to make it look more rustic and all that. Something else that Purple Paisley does, if you are familiar with the Happy Planner, she has a lot of Happy Planner spreads. I know we learn from each other because you can do stuff that I want a Cricut. My daughter has been begging me to get a Cricut. So I might get one this year. I might go ahead and bite the bullet. They're expensive though, but she wants me to get a Cricut because she wants to make t-shirts and tumblers, which really means she wants me to make them. She wants to be the designer. She wants me to make them. It's probably not going to happen, but if I do get a Cricut, I'll let her play with it. But I don't know. I just feel like this might be the perfect time for me to get a Cricut because there are some things that I want to make that I know I won't be able to buy in the store. So, for one thing, my name is totally like, you're not going to find my name anywhere. Not on the Coca-Cola can. Okay, you're not going to find my name, just randomly on a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, my name is just not so common like Becky or Jane or Mary. No. Like, I was born in the 70s. I don't know if my parents were high or what when they named me. I have no idea what was going on. But, I grew up like just scarred for life because nobody could pronounce my name right. So, and, when I was a kid, when I'd be looking and, people would, have their name all over stuff, well, of course, Susan will have her name, on stuff because she's Susan and I'm Twanna, which is ain't even spelled right. And I'm like, what were you people thinking when you named me? Was there something you're not telling me? Did you guys go to Woodstock? Like, really, I need to know this because something ain't right. But now that I'm older, I learned to love my name. I think it's cute. It's different. Just like me, I'm a very different individual. I'm not for everybody. I take it with a grain of salt. Okay? Everybody ain't gonna like me because I'm not for everybody. Okay? So JJ said I wanted a Cricut and now I want a Glowforge. Girl, I don't even know what that is. I just want to make some stuff. I want to make some die cuts. Me and Purple, we need to talk we're gonna have to do a video call, because I really want your input on the stuff that I want to make. I want to know what machine I actually need. I feel like it's a Cricut, because I feel like I will get more out of it. But when it comes to like die cuts and stuff like that, my own stickers, stuff like that, that's what I want to make. Create like this little chocolate girl. Yeah, we need to Zoom. All of us need to Zoom, because, um, Doreen, she's been making tumblers, right? And I don't know how to do that. I don't know how. She might have a Cricut for all I know. I don't know. But my daughter wants to do the tumblers or whatever. And when it comes to like the t-shirts and stuff, I was wondering if you could emboss fabric. So that's, yeah, we'll talk about it. Anyway, such is life. That's the life of a crafter. Once we get to talking about this stuff, we don't shut up. We'll be on live. We'll be on Zoom for hours. Like, you have to be a night owl to hang with us. We used to stay up late. Be like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We still be talking. It does. My website does have a chat room. Did y'all know that? Y'all need to be subscribed to my website. It's free. Y'all could go over there and get all the 411. You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, someone actually said to me that they wanted me to cover more stories. I don't know who said that. They emailed me and said cover more stories. So I'm going to put some polls up on the community tab to see what kind of stories you guys want me to cover. I don't mind at all. I can talk about stories while I'm doing my makeup, or, just whatever. So I'm not opposed to covering more stories at all. And I actually enjoy it because I do it more like this, like a podcast type of deal. I'm not so much a camera person. I do camera when I have to, but if I don't have to be in front of the camera, I just feel more comfortable. So covering stories is not a problem for me. Whether they're, true crime stories or whatever, I don't care. So if you guys send me some stuff, I'll look it up. I'll get the information. I'll cover the story, and we can talk about it. Kind of like when I go live on the weekends and we do a weekly, recap, kind of like we did the Tim Norman story. Oh, Nikki, from what I gather, she's pregnant again, but she has beef and altercations with people right now. She was supposed to do a collab with somebody, and I don't know if it was what is that girl's name? The Cardi B. I'm not sure if they're friends or not, but it was something between Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Nicki Minaj. And I feel like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are not on the same page. Cardi B is pregnant once again. Rumor has it that Nicki is as well. So they're stirring up trouble in the streets, that one is copying the other and all this kind of nonsense. Meanwhile, that Nicki Minaj's biological father passed away due to a hit and run. So she was dealing with that. And so I don't really think Nicki Minaj was ignoring these people on purpose. I just feel like she was dealing with her own stuff. Because a few months ago, I covered that story. If you guys remember, I talked about her dad, passing away due to that hit and run. Yeah. Instead of pushing them together to do a collaboration, I feel like the industry would rather them, be arch enemies. JJ, that's just me. I don't have any proof of that, but it just looks that way to me because drama sells. You know what I'm saying? So instead of pissing Nicki Minaj off, because see, Nicki Minaj also has her own radio show on Sirius, if you guys didn't know. So Nicki can say what she wants and she can do what she wants. I have heard her radio show and she's very raw with the stuff she talks about. worse than I am. I am lemonade compared to Nicki Minaj. She's hard lemonade. Okay, she does not play. Okay, and she's not one to mute. Like, you can't shut Nicki up. Once you piss Nicki Minaj off, it's a wrap. You can hang it up. Like, you stepped into some doo-doo that you can't even clean off your shoe. She's going in. So my daughter just sent me a text. I don't know what that's about. I'll read it later. But we just need to watch and see what happens. I would prefer them not to be mad at each other. Me personally, I would prefer Cardi B and Nicki Minaj to be friends, because both of them are super crazy. They're talented. They're wild. I would love to see Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, be besties. Go vacation together, go hang out, have play dates with the kids. Like, that's what I would like to see. But I think that Megan Thee Stallion is going to get caught up in the crossfire, because Megan likes both of them. Megan likes Nicki, but she also likes Cardi B. So this is not, it's going to blow up. Somebody's going to say, pick a side, and it's going to be some real stuff. Was it on the news already? Oh yeah, she's always, Nicki Minaj is always trending on Twitter. And trust me, I will check Twitter when I get off here. I may be back with the story, okay? But yeah, I don't know. It's just a whole mess. In the industry, it's just whatever sells tickets, whatever sells music, whatever sells, anything. That's just, it is what it is, So I'm going to check it out and, see where they are with this, so I can cover that story for you guys. Because on one hand, I think it's stupid. But on the other hand, I'm like, this is the business. So Nicki is Hailstorm. Are you saying that like she is a hailstorm? I mean, she's Nicki. Nicki is Nicki. Okay. I saw a video of her. This is like yesterday or day before yesterday. Her and her son, and is it her husband now, or is it just her baby's father? I don't know. They were all together, and she was telling the baby, say, we love Dada. But I don't think the baby can like talk with her. But it was so cute. I was like, oh, this is the first time I ever seen Nicki Minaj as a mom. You know what I mean? Because those types of videos are very rare. Don't know a whole lot about her personal life, which I like celebrities like that. Don't you guys? I love it when a celebrity is like Oprah Winfrey about their relationship. Like, they really, you don't need to know what me and Stedman are up to. You don't need to know. If Stedman is living in the gatehouse, you ain't gonna know about it, because I'm not gonna tell you. So oh my God, I love it. That's why some of these celebrities stay married for so long. Some of these celebrities, you don't even know they're married, because they keep their relationship separate. And that's why I love, like, you don't even know. Like, who did so-and-so come to the awards with? Who was that lady? You're never going to know, because they're never going to tell you, because they don't want you in their business. And so when you're able to keep that part of your life, in check and away from the cameras, you have a better, what am I looking for here? You have a better chance of, keeping that relationship. Because have y'all watched reality TV? And have you noticed that almost every married couple on reality TV has either broken up or gotten a divorce, including Nene and Greg? They divorced and then they got back together. Which I'm totally glad that Nene and Greg got back together, because I had no idea that he was going to pass away. Like, I was really sad, like, all day. When the news hit, I just was like, wow. Because I thought he was going to be okay. Like, I literally did not think for 1 minute that Greg Leaks was going to cross over. It never crossed my mind, because he had gotten better. and he, was looking into the holistic living, and he just knew, he had like he was really, unless he's a great actor, he was certain that he was healed. He was certain. Yeah, it was like really sad. I mean, I just was like, oh man. I mean, just like overnight, it was like the cancer came back, and then a week later, Nene was like, my husband is at home transitioning. I'm like, what? I didn't believe. It just blew my mind. I didn't believe it. I did not believe it, and it's still hard to believe. It's like I just can't even. Wow, like wow, just wow. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the next season even of Atlanta Housewives. I've been contemplating about it. I don't think my audience likes me to talk about reality TV. I don't know. I'm not sure. I love reality TV. And when I'm watching my favorite show, I tweet about it the whole time. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, I apologize in advance. But I tweet a lot. Okay? A lot. So yeah, there's that. And I don't know if I'm going to watch it because Cynthia's not going to be there. And they're saying that Phaedra might return. And I don't like Phaedra, you guys. I do not like Phaedra. I just don't. Not sure if Portia is going to come back. But I do know this. Hello? I got some tea on that. Portia was let go of her job with the Ricky Smiley morning show. So I don't know what that was about, but she got fired. All right. So I don't know what that was. Now, Eva still has her job, but I'm just saying, Portia Williams, she's no longer a part of Dish Nation or Ricky Smiley. She was allegedly reported begging for her job back. Want to check out Phaedra, see how her lifestyle. She's up. See, you almost made me say something, JJ. She's not saved. I can tell you that. If Phaedra Parks ever saved, she backslid the moment she started dating a rapper half her age, and they went on celebrity marriage boot camp. That was the trashiest thing I had ever seen, and she looked like an idiot. She literally, I would have preferred to watch Phaedra's ex-husband Apollo and his new woman in a spin-off reality show than to watch Phaedra on celebrity boot camp, marriage boot camp. I mean, you blatantly saved woman. You're shacking up with a rapper who's half your age. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't even look at you in the face. And I felt like she did that on purpose. She did that, as they say, for clicks and views. That's what I feel. Because she can't be that dumb. She's an attorney, for God's sake. She can't be that stupid that you would actually go on television and run amok with this man, this boy, on a reality television show. Talking about that's your man. Like, the disrespect of it all. I was speechless. I watched the first episode because I thought it was a lie. Did y'all see it? I thought it was a lie. But it wasn't. She was there, sitting beside a roughneck. Why? You went from Apollo to a roughneck. Not saying that Apollo is all that, but he is fine. I said it. I said what I said. He is. And Apollo's got the jailhouse muscles now, so he's extra right now and all that. The prison muscles. Y'all know how dudes get buff when they go to jail. When they come out, they're extra. So he's got the extra going on. And listen, I'm not laughing at Phaedra, but I am, because how do you just like, you're supposed to date up. You're not supposed to date down. And you knew you weren't going to marry this boy when you agreed to be on the show. Y'all just did that for the show. No, I mean, that's desperation. Okay? Please. If that relationship was anywhere near real, that was sheer desperation. I would never embarrass myself like that. Girl, it looks like, okay? It looks like she has a type. See, I didn't know all this stuff was going on with Miss Parks. She's also a funeral director. Yes, yes. She went to college. She graduated, first in her class. Now when it comes to education, Phaedra Parks, she gets down with her education. Hey, Phyllis, hey. And yes, JJ, she obviously she likes the bad boy. Obviously, she likes the bad boy. But I'm just saying, if she comes back to, I feel like she shouldn't be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta because of that lie she told on Candy. I don't think she needs to be forgiven. I think that's one of those things. It's like, no, you're out permanently. You're out permanently. You can never come back. I also feel like they should have fired Portia when Portia lashed out at Cynthia on the boat, and then she turned around and lashed out at Kendra. Okay, she should have been terminated because putting your hands on people is no. Now, my girl is not coming back on the show. She didn't get fired. Apparently, she was trying to save her marriage. And I'm talking about Kendra. If she stays on the show, the man doesn't want anything to do with her. If she remains on the show, the man is going to go ahead and agree to the divorce. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There is a possibility that she will be back because, like I said, she wasn't asked to leave. She wasn't fired. So with that being said, Kendra, and she's gorgeous. Kendra is drop dead gorgeous. She'll be fine. She's still, a B actress, but I actually like everything she's ever been in. I own some of her movies, ones that she has produced and ones that she has acted in. I like her. She's messy, but with Kendra, you know exactly what you're going to get straight up. So, she's some whiskey with no chaser, is what she is. She is. But I didn't have a problem with her because she was not sneaky, with her shade. You were forewarned with her. You know what I'm saying? She was asked a question one time, how do you feel now about Kim Fields? And she actually said in the statement that she really liked and respected Kim. She just felt like she was looking for Kim, to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it not as in a fight, but she was looking for Kim Fields to snap back, like be tooty for a minute, but Kim in real life is not like that. She's a girly girl and she doesn't, do stuff like that. So, she was like, yeah, she would totally bend fences with her. And I'm like, Candy Burr said one time, if you know that up front about Kendra, she's an easier pill to swallow. She doesn't do that kind of stuff to be mean. She just wants to see what you're made of. She wants to know, are you fit for this? Do you have a thick skin? And so it was quite obvious that Kim Fields was not coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So after she got into it with, Kendra, we already knew. I also feel like the possibility of Phaedra coming back is strong because Kendra's not coming back. So that might be the reason why people are speculating that Phaedra will be back. So yeah. Let me see. I missed that. Oh, JJ says that Kenya's husband seems controlling, very controlling. Henceforth is why she's not coming back to the show this season. Remember when he was on the show for that season and he said, "These people will never see me again," as he was walking out of the building? He meant that. He wasn't kidding. He meant that. He was like, "These people will never see me again." And so there's no way around it. If Kendra stays on the show, you know, I mean, it's over. It's a done deal. Now, if she's already said she's not coming back in the show, right? There's still a possibility that they'll get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? I understand that they have a baby together and you want to raise your child in a two-parent home. That's the American dream. I get it. But kids are not stupid. Kids know when you're not happy. And I totally would not want to be in a relationship with somebody who makes me feel the way that, you know, Kenya feels. Kenya Moore is gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. She should be feeling amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, did she? She had a topic about Kenya said that that wasn't true. Kenya said she will be back. Really? Well, I mean, I hope she does, but I just after Mark made that statement, I just was like, well, she won't be back. And then I watched a video. It wasn't Lovely Tea, but it was somebody along that line. It wasn't Here for the Tea. It was one of the tea channels. And they were saying that she's not gonna come back because of Mark. I think the show is dying too. Well, that's good to know, Phyllis. Then I might actually watch it then. If she comes back, then I'll watch it. But, you know, with Cynthia not coming back, I agree. You know, my marriage, you know, if I was married to Mike Hill, I wouldn't be thinking about the show either. But to take Cynthia away and Kenya Moore, no, that's too much. You know, and then you're talking about bringing Phaedra back. If Phaedra comes back, what if Candy walks off the show? That's another, you know, no-brainer. If Candy walks off the show, I'm not watching it. Because that's all my people right there. Ken, aka Kenya, Candy, Cynthia, those are my peeps right there. Now, who do I wish would have came back? Ava Marcel. I wanted Ava to stay on the show. I think she's a perfect fit. Marlo Hampton can definitely take a seat. I don't see that she brings anything to the show at all. She's funny sometimes, but that's about it. Like I'm not. And I mean, I'm not saying that like something's wrong with her. She doesn't hold a peach. And I don't think Bravo is going to allow that to happen anyway. So with that being said, yeah, I feel like she should go. Why? Why have, you know, listen, Marlo was old girl's friend. She was Nini's friend. And then she ended up liking Ken. And then so I don't know. If Marlo comes back on the show, it will only be for Kenya. I guarantee you. It will only be for Kenya because Nini's not there. And if Nini is on the show, which we know she's not coming back, but if Nini was on the show, then that means that Marlo would have to choose between Kenya and Nini because she's not allowed to be friends with both of them because that's the way Nini is. If Nini doesn't like somebody, then, you know, you can't like them either. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's jacked up. Yeah, Phyllis, he's very, very controlling and very mean. And yes, Reed, I think the show is dying because they mess with the cast members too much. They mess with the cast members too much. Phyllis said that I don't like her husband. Yeah, he's mean and hateful. Right. The show needs life support. Exactly. I think that's why Phaedra is back, maybe to confront Candy, hopefully. She needs to be apologizing instead of apologizing. She's apologizing. She's lucky that she escaped prison by the skin of her teeth, because I, for one, I feel like she knew exactly what her husband was up to. I do. Y'all might hang me for that. Y'all might think I'm wrong, but I just feel like she knew what Apollo was doing. I do. And I feel like she just, Apollo didn't say anything because she's got to raise the babies, right? But I feel like she knew. You can't be married to somebody and they all up and through the house, and then you talk about, I didn't even know. He said he was going to work. Girl, bye. You knew what kind of work he was doing. You knew. I don't know. I was going to school and I was going to my office, and I never seen this woman have no clients. Like, was Bobby Brown her only client? Like, what's up with that? Why do we never see her work? The one time we saw Phaedra work, the drug dealer or whoever paid her cash in the parking lot. Who pays their lawyer cash in the middle of a parking lot? Girl, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't need that. I don't need Phaedra back on the show. She's like ghetto fabulous. Her ghettoosity is too much for me. The fakeness, nope, I don't need that. I don't need that. And you're right, Phyllis. She knew what he was doing. She just tried to turn a blind eye to it. They were trying to live a certain lifestyle, and she knew exactly. Because if Phaedra was a workaholic like she claimed to be, she would literally have been at work every day making bank. I didn't see no clients coming in and out. Every time she was at the office, she was on the phone, or she was playing, or she was trying to have lunch with the girls. No. Bobby Brown, JJ, I'm telling you, Bobby Brown is her only client, except for the man that paid her all their money in the parking lot that one episode. And Andy is so shady because he said, now, is that how you do business? Like, and Phaedra was like, hey, you got to get it how you can. And I'm like, that is so tacky. I've never seen that happen before in my life. JJ said Angela said for a book about her. I know, child. She tried to get the book stopped, but it didn't work. She tried to get the book stopped and it didn't work. Like, you can't help. That's a book from one person's perspective. She can base her book on her opinions if she wants to. I mean, I was kind of like, I had thought about getting the book, but I don't care about Phaedra enough. And I don't talk about the show enough to make that investment. But I knew the book existed, and I thought it was hilarious that she actually tried to stop the book from being sold. I thought that was really stupid. I mean, if that's the case, then what are you going to do about the blogs? And what are you going to do about, YouTube? What are you going to do about the newspapers and the magazines? Like, you're going to take everybody to court? Please. No. But wow. I'm telling you, I would like to see Apollo and his new woman on Housewives of Atlanta, or a spinoff. Do you guys agree? That's what I would like. I would like to see that. I would like to see Apollo and his lady either grace us with their presence on Atlanta Housewives, okay? Or I would like to see a spinoff. At least one season. I mean, they got tardy for the party. Who does anybody even watch Kim Zolciak? Yeah, I tried to be supportive of Kim, and her don't be tardy for the party. I couldn't get past the first season. And then after that, I was out. Because Kim's crazy. Like, she is. She's bat mess crazy. Like, I can't. I felt bad for her because her and her mother have a tumultuous relationship. I mean, their relationship is horrible. So, but I mean, if Kim Zolciak Bierman can have a spinoff that has lasted this long, Surely, surely you can give Apollo a seat for one season. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the rotating chair, there should always be a rotating chair on the Atlanta Housewives. That rotating chair is that one person that's only going to be there for a year, one season. You know what I mean? Like, that's the spice for the show. Who's going to be on? Who's going to be on next? Because other than that, I mean, the show is roadkill at this point. Like, if you hear me say I don't even want to watch it, that's a problem. Because Atlanta Housewives and Potomac, that's my jam right there. Like, I used to like Orange County, but when Vicki left, I was like, nope, I'm out. Vicki's gone, so I don't need it in my life. The only reason I was watching it for Vicki. I mean, I like the other ladies, but no, it just wasn't the same. I thought Apollo and his friend Peter would have a show since they worked together. We thought that, but apparently not. But I would love to see Apollo and Peter, on a spinoff about the restaurant, or something of that nature. We'd love that, and then we would get to see what Apollo is really like away from Phaedra. That would be dope because we don't know. All we saw was her get on Apollo's nerves and Apollo leaving the house for hours at a time and not coming back home. Girl, I have been a fan of Atlanta Housewives since day one, Phyllis. Not even kidding. Even more so when Potomac hit the streets. It was something about Potomac that just drew me in, and I had to watch it. And I'm glad I did because it just gave me life. Karen Huger, I love that woman so much. Like, Karen reminds me of one of my aunts, you know what I'm saying? She's like bougie for no reason. Karen is bougie for absolutely no reason at all. Like, there's no reason for anybody in Potomac to be that bougie because they're all on the same level except for Katie, because Katie is crazy, so we give her a pass or whatever. But I mean, Karen is just off the charts bougie. Like, nobody holds a candle to this woman. If you need etiquette on how to be bougie for no reason, Karen Huger is your girl. Like, we don't have that type of bougie on Atlanta Housewives. We just don't. There's nobody that could be that bougie. Kenya was close, but Kenya will get ghetto. She will let you know she's still black. You know what I'm saying? But in Potomac, no, ma'am. No. Now, this is why this is just my opinion. I feel like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I feel like that Monique was going to get fired anyway because she didn't fit in. So she went ahead and quit. But I don't think they were going to bring her back. The way that she acted on the show and the way that she jumped on Candace, absolutely not. She's a liability. And, old girl, the ex-preacher's wife or the ex-first lady, whatever, Giselle, was floating around with a bodyguard because she was scared for her life and all this kind of stuff. Me, personally, I liked Monique the first season she was on the show, but she changed drastically. And I began to not like her and not like Ashley. I was more, Team Huger. Love Candace because I'm a pageant girl myself. So, I knew where she was coming from with, her antics and stuff. She's crazy. Candace is crazy, but she's like a little gnat. You can swat her away and sit her down. She's not going to do nothing. Little people like that like to scare people, and you think she's going to do something, but that's just, that's a protection mechanism or whatever. She don't want you to think she's a punk or whatever, but Candace is harmless, but she did stand up for herself when Monique jumped on her, and I was glad to see that she wasn't one of those little flaky chicks that you could pimp slap and then she just, would melt to the floor. No, she was fighting back. So I was like, that's how you do it, girl. Candace, don't let the long dresses fool nobody. Get it in. I would have smacked the mess out of Monique. I promise you, I would have took my high heel shoe off and clocked that sucker dead inside of her head. Who are you swinging at? At the dinner table with everybody there. That's ghetto as crap. I was like, oh my God, hood rat in the house. And I didn't want to feel like Monique was a hood rat. Hey, sis, I didn't want to feel like Monique was a hood rat. Y'all say hi to my sis Doreen in the house, aka the die cut lady on YouTube. I'm real. I wanted to like Monique so bad, but she messed up. She screwed up. So it was a no for me. It was a no. But yeah, I'm just on here shooting the breeze, girl. Just talking about, stuff because I haven't been on YouTube. But Bree is better during. You will be happy to know that your nieces went home today. Bree made it through her quarantine. She tested negative this morning. So, everything is everything and everything's back to normal. So I can get back to my YouTube schedule. I was like, y'all is putting a damper on my check. My check gonna be short as crap fooling around with these people. But no, I'm glad my baby's okay. She was so worried, like, oh my gosh. I don't know. Me, I told her, I said, I'm not trying to be funny, but I think I've already had Miss Rona. And I just didn't know it. I feel like, does anybody else feel like that? Like you may have had it and you just didn't notice. Like your symptoms could have been, you know what I'm saying? It is good, sis. But I'm not even playing. I know y'all think I'm playing, but for real, haven't you felt like just it crossed your mind? What if I already had Miss Rona? And I didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? And when I say stuff like this, my family laughs at me, but I'm like, you don't think that sometimes? Because some of these people, they don't have any symptoms. There's no symptoms. They got it and you don't even know. I'm like, I feel like that sometimes, because there's so much misinformation floating around out there about Miss Rona and about Miss Delta. Phyllis said I had a mild case. That's what I'm saying. Like my daughter's case was, thank God, it wasn't serious. She did cough a little bit. She did have a cough, but overall everything was, okay. She lost, like I said, her taste and smell for a minute. But it didn't last long, and she was vaccinated. So it was a breakthrough case because she was already vaccinated. So it was like, this is why, I was telling people to get vaccinated because if you get it, it will lessen, your case. Your case won't be so, saturated with all of the things. Like, get vaccinated. So I don't know. Maybe people listen to me. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. But I just feel like that was really good that she actually got her shots. And then when, she was diagnosed, it wasn't that serious. So I don't know. But and you never can tell because there are people who get it now. There are people who get it now, Zaddy Chunk Chunk and, all these other YouTube celebrity types that get it. And I don't know, man. They look like they're going through. Cindy from Kicking It with Sin City. Her case, she sounds horrible, you guys. Like she still can't catch her breath and stuff. Like it's bad. JJ says sister, though she had and someone told her to take ibuprofen. Praise God, she's in my case. I got the shot afterwards. Did you? You got the shot afterwards? They did tell her to take ibuprofen for the pain and fever. She had a very, very slight fever, but it wasn't anything, tremendous. All of her, symptoms were very small and minute. Stuff that you probably, I'll put it like this. If you have sinus problems, okay, you would probably think that that's what it was. Oh, hay fever, or somebody cut the grass, or, that gummit, my sinuses are acting up. It must be pollen. You would think that. You wouldn't think it was Miss Rona. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be careful and, be careful about who you're around because I'm telling you, there are people walking around in the midst, and I'm telling you, they don't know they have it. They're anti-mask wearers, and they're just doing, everything. Now, Jesse Jackson, JJ says his wife is vaccinated, but they still caught it. Yep, you can still catch it if you're vaccinated. The vaccine is just, to lessen the sting. So, going back to when we were talking about Wendy Williams, like I said, I understand her panic because she's already sick. See, people try to make this stuff out to be, ridiculous. Listen, Wendy Williams is sick, period. Like, she can't wear her heels anymore. She has to do that compression thing, on her legs every day. And I don't know if she has lupus on top of that or not. I'm not really sure, but I deal with fibromyalgia, so I know about pain. So if you couple fibromyalgia with anything, yeah, it hurts. And so if I were Wendy, I would be wigging out too. I'm not gonna lie, because that's scary when you're already sick and then you get this disease. It's like, or you get the virus or whatever you want to call it. Oh my God, you feel like pulling your hair out. It's scary. So I don't know. These people in the news, they really need to check their facts before they start talking about people. Wendy does her job. She's a gossip columnist, for God's sake. Like, that's what she does. Get off Wendy's back. She does her job. Matter of fact, when she was sick and Miss Rona first hit, did she not work from home? She made sure that she got the show done. She just set it up from her house. So you have to commend that good work ethic. But I understand. I would be scared too. I don't think I would call like a psychiatrist or anything, but I don't know the severity of all that. Then you have to also keep in fact, you guys, that Wendy lost her parents. So imagine you're already sick, can't talk to mom and dad because they're gone, and now you've got a breakthrough case of Miss Rona on top of your illness, on top of you don't have your family to talk to. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. A YouTube lady was saying that she probably sick because of her breast implants. Her implants were causing some problems, but her spokesperson didn't say what kind of problems. So I don't know if she already had a reduction or not, but she was scheduled to have a reduction. So I'm not sure if she got it or not, because she was in a crisis with her legs and stuff. And so she ended up in the hospital for that. And now she's got Miss Rona on top of, everything else. So I'm not sure how she's going to handle that. I don't know if she's gonna still, get that surgery. Like she should. And I know she's used to, she's 50 something years old, like 54 or something. Like, let them go. Because you got them for Kevin, right? So you and Kevin are split up and he's now married to the side chick, right? So you don't need the boobs anymore. Let them go. They're not that important. They're not as important as your health. I vote for get rid of them. I mean, because look at the image of Wendy Williams with the high heels and the big boobs and the little bitty waist has been gone. Long gone are those days because she can't wear the heels. She has to dress a different way. So she designed a line of clothes, for people with long, skirts and stuff like that, which I love her stuff. But if I was Wendy, I would do everything to fight for my health. I would be thinking about trying to keep no boobs that I didn't get for me in the first place or anything. I just feel like she needs, again, my feeling, my thought, my opinion is Wendy should take a year off and just chill. She needs to rest. Oh no, she's those boobs have been in her chest for years. And 30 years is probably right because she's in her 50s now. 20, 30, 40, 50, 30 years. She got her boobs done when she was in her 20s. So that's 30 years. I mean, like I said, I know she's used to them and all that kind of stuff, but they are not serving a purpose right now because the image, is gone. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look the same because she can't dress the same. So her bouncing out from, on the stage and you know what I'm saying? Yes, she lost both of it. I mean, it's kind of like this couple that I was just researching, Jeannie Robertson. I don't know if you guys listen to her on YouTube. If you don't, look her up. Jeannie Robinson. Oh, Doreen. I don't know if you knew that or not. Oh no. Left brain passed away, and then 3 months later, Jeannie Robinson passed away. So she passed away last month, and her husband, Left Brain, passed away a couple months before that. So it was like the same thing. They've been married forever, and you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you just can't, you couldn't live without the one, can't live without the other, And I feel like that's what happened with Jeannie. Her husband was gone. Her best friend was gone, and her health, you know, took a dive real quick after Left Brain passed away. And Doreen can tell y'all, every day I listened to Jeannie Robertson. She had a show live with Jeannie from the back porch. And I would listen every day. I would send my friends links. We would listen to her and laugh. And oh my God, it was just so funny. And when I tuned in one day to get Jeannie from the back porch, it wasn't happening. And then I saw why. Because they passed away within a couple months of each other. Wendy doesn't have her parents, you guys. JJ, it was a few months in between, just like Jeannie and Left Brain, which his name is Jerry, but she called him Left Brain. So, she's going through some stuff, and I just don't. I'm not the type of person who can work through my pain. I need a break. Get off my back. I need a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through some things, I need to get my mind right. Like, but I get it, That's your money. You've got to work. I get it. But god dang. Wendy, if you take a year off of work, you're not going to be broke. You're a millionaire for real, for real. Wendy's got books. She's got clothes. She's got apparel. She's got wigs. I've got one of Wendy Williams' wigs. Did you guys know that? I have one of Wendy Williams' lace fronts. She's not going to be broke. Phyllis said one of the ladies on Atlanta Housewives just got their breast removed. I wonder who it was. Well, I know it wasn't Candy. I know it wasn't Cynthia. It probably was Portia. If I had to guess, it would probably be Portia. Maybe Marlo, but if I had to guess, it would be Portia. That's just. Yes. Carrie Fisher. Yes. Good observation. Good observation. I don't know. I just felt so bad. Now, here's the thing. Going back to Mimi and Greg, Mimi is not in that same position. I don't think. Mimi is at a good age. Her health is not going to decline. I don't guess. I think she's going to be okay. She's young enough to date again. She could remarry if she wanted to. If she was in her 60s like Greg was, I would probably be worried because they've been married for 30 years? So her and Greg were married for 30 years. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I hope and pray that Nini's going to be okay. But you just can never tell. When you've been married to somebody for that long, most of your life, and they pass away before you do, that's a hard pill to swallow. Like, I don't know what I would do. I don't know. That's crazy. Um, Mimi is staying out of the public's eye right now. You know, she's just grieving um her way. Like she said, and rightfully so, she said everybody grieves different and she's just grieving her way. So I'm interested to see in what direction she goes, you know, when she's ready to get back into the public's eye. I'm interested to see, you know, if she will go back to Broadway, if she will do television. Like, I'm interested to see, you know, because I know her and Greg had businesses together. I'm wondering, will they keep the businesses, um, or will she sell them? You know, like, I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. Oh, it wasn't Candy. Candy's boobs wasn't big though. I didn't think it would be Candy, but hey, what do I know? I didn't watch the season. Her boobs they weren't big. Why would she do that? I wonder. Was it complications? Was she having complications with her boobs? Do you know, Phyllis? Me, I would think that it would have been uh Underground Railroad. What's her name? That girl. Flatline. You know, I can never think of that girl's name, so I call her Underground Railroad. Not to throw shade, I just can never think of her name. The one that was married to the ball player. Okay, she had, yeah. Yeah, she had to have been having complications because her boobs weren't big at all. Like, at all. My boobs are bigger than hers, and mine are natural. Of course, now if I could afford it, I would have a reduction. I'm not going to lie. Don't make me tell the story. Oh, yeah, I would definitely have a reduction if I could. Like, if my insurance approves it, I'll be like under the knife. See y'all when I come out from under the knife. You know, I'm going to get these bad boys, you know, cut off because I've had these things for years and they have given me nothing but grief and back pain. I feel the need, you know, to let some things go, and the boob is one of them. So, you know, if they cause you a problem, get rid of them. I never really understood why people would want a boob job in the sense of getting them bigger. But I guess you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess if you've always had, you know, healthy boobs, then you wouldn't say like I just don't get it. Y'all are silly. Oh God. Well, this was good catching up with y'all. Yes, I have back pain. I have little indents in my shoulders from, you know, the bra straps, you know what I'm saying? And I try to wear the French cut you know, bra straps, but sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. So here lately I've been doing the sports bra. They're very supportive, like the new age sports bras that they have out, that kind of go along with the waist trainer type thing. I've been doing that. Did you? Oh, I bet it was wonderful. Bree, you have inspired me just by saying I had it, and you're here to tell the story. I hate surgery. I hate having surgery. I hate they put me to sleep. I get queasy in the stomach. That's the last feeling I feel before I'm out like a light, is that queasiness in my stomach, because I hate having surgery. But you know, if it's gonna, you know, be for the greater good, yeah, I'm all for it. Hook a sister up. Can we get rid of some of this tissue? I'll gladly donate it to somebody. If you know, if somebody else needs boob tissue, breast implants, they're welcome. You know, to at least half of mine. I'm not mad. I'm not going to be mad at all. Yeah, because I don't need it. But I don't know, you guys. There's so much going on in Hollywood. Ugh, I can't keep up with the stories. I'm trying because I know that, you know, you guys want the celebrity news. You know, But my idea of celebrity news might be a little bit different. So I'm just gonna put some polls up um, on the community tab and see what you guys think. You know, I never thought in my wildest dreams I had so many compliments about that Tim Hortons story. And people were like, cover more stories. We want more stories. And I'm like, nobody's committing any crimes right now except R. Kelly. So I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about R. Kelly. R. Kelly's not even committing crimes. The crimes are just coming out of the woodwork. Stuff that he's already done that we didn't know he did. You know what I'm saying? Like every day it's something new. Every single day. JJ said, I think Wendy works so much. She's not acknowledging the things that she lost, and she's very controlling with her emotions. I agree. I agree 100%. That woman needs a vacation. She needs to go and she needs to go put her feet up, have a good cry, talk to her therapist. You know what I'm saying? Work, do the work through it. That's just my opinion. Everybody grieves differently. Everybody, goes through their stuff differently. But one thing I know, it doesn't matter who you are, sometimes you have to breathe. Sometimes you literally have to sit back and take a breather and just zone out for a minute. Just let me sit here and breathe. And Wendy has not done that. I mean, it's been one thing after another, back to back to back to back to back. And that's not healthy. It's just not. It's just not healthy. Our Kelly. Now let's talk about Kelly for a minute, shall we? I'm following this case. And I wasn't gonna, do an expose on it because I didn't think you guys cared, to talk about R. Kelly. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna talk about R. Kelly because nobody cares. This dude has got new stuff coming out every day in this trial. Have you guys been, taking a look at this stuff? R. Kelly, I who said I believe other singers are getting ready to fall like R. Kelly? I'm telling you, because he can't be the only one. R. Kelly cannot be the only one. And with all of these movie people and TV people, the producers and the agents and all of these people who, came out in the woodwork, Mike Lauer and all these types of people who, their sins just came falling out of the closet. Yeah, there's going to be some more singers. But every single day, you know what I'm saying, Reed? Girl, every day. I'm like, when did he have time to do that? I'm talking about R. Kelly is peeing on people. He's spitting on people. He's making girls fight over a piece of chicken. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. Like, R. Kelly, stop already. Like, and I know it's a trial and all this stuff has to come out, but that's humiliating that you actually made an 18-year-old girl, fight a stranger over some chicken so she could eat for the day. Meanwhile, you sitting on stacks of cash and you treat these people like you just broke. If you're going to eat today, you're going to earn your food. The thing that gets me, and y'all might think I'm wrong, but there's power in numbers. And y'all going to tell me that none of these people ever thought to gang together and whoop his ass. Yeah, I mean, it would have crossed my mind. I'm just saying. It is hard to hear. And yes, JJ Chicken. Girl, Ree, I had to take it one pill at a time. I couldn't watch it back to back. Some of the stuff was just horrific. The way he made that one girl shave her head and made her dress like a boy. And then the security guard was like, because he really did like boys or whatever. And, that was just his thing. And I'm like, so now What's going to happen? Are the boys going to come forward? Were there ever really some boys? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, R. Kelly, you really have disappointed me. I used to like support, I used to like jam, like rock out to his music. I thought it, don't get me wrong, you know, R. Kelly can't sing. I know that. But his music though, and the way he would write, I mean, he was a genius. I mean, I could never think of lyrics in many movies and, skits and all this kind of stuff. Like whatever R. Kelly had in his brain was magical. And you just couldn't stay at work and do your work. You had to form a cult, a sex cult, because that's what it was. R. Kelly said, R. Kelly said that even one girl was sold to him by her parents. Now that I don't believe. R. Kelly said, you sold me your daughter. I don't believe that. I don't believe that somebody gave R. Kelly money or R. Kelly gave money and it was a fair swap. Like, what are you saying? Like, you had to pay a bride price or something? Like, this is not Africa. Like, are you serious right now? And that's your argument to that? You think the judge is really going to take that statement into consideration? Please. I need him to come up with something else. I need him to come up with something else. Because that's ratchet. Yeah, his music was off the chain. Oh, feels that everyone that worked for him should go to prison. He kept them all separated. Yes, the guys are coming forth. Okay, so the guys are. I mean, you know what I'm saying, JJ? If me, can we just band together and just whoop him and get on up out of here? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. No, R. Kelly and Usher didn't hook up. No, you know, I still got hope for Usher. Okay, Usher just is doing stuff, little, petty stuff, trying to stay relevant. Um, Usher having herpes is still a hard pill to swallow. I find it strange that I even said that out loud. Oh Lord, I find it strange that I even just said that out loud. Oh my God. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the comments or whatever. It's not letting me. It's not letting me go. Let me see. Let me scroll up. R. Kelly and Usher hooked up. I would love his talent without that incubus spirit. Ugh, I don't know. You think so? Y'all think that was true? I don't really think that was true. I don't think that was true. Oh, Sparkle's niece. So Federal has her coming forth. Ooh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. I mean, between R. Kelly and Tim Norman, they both gonna do some time. I don't care what they talk about. Both of them are gonna do some time. Now, how much time is the question? And I want Tim Norman to stop trying to contact the judge because she ain't hearing nothing that dude got to say. So I need for him to have several seats. R. Kelly, I just need for him to get comfortable in his jail cell or prison cell, or wherever they're going to put him, because he is doing too much. His antics right now are through the roof, and I just need him to have several seats. It's a bit much for me. I guess I can't wrap my head around a human being doing this. Like, you have a harem. All these people and all of these girls have been abused in some type of way. And because you're R. Kelly, they don't want to turn on you. They don't want to say that, they were abused. They did this of their own free will. It's hard for me to swallow that. I don't believe it. I just feel like he must have put the fear in Satan, not the fear of God, but the fear of Satan in these people. And the way this man, would profess that he was, oh, I love God, and, really, dude? So you love God, but like, I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? If you really love God, you don't do stuff like this. Are you insane? Listen, before I forget, I believe Diddy getting ready to go down. He's under investigation. Child, if anybody in the system is going down, it's Diddy, because his hands ain't clean. His hands ain't clean. His hands ain't clean. I cannot believe he was smart enough to do all that. I can't believe he was smart enough to do all that. And I just found out that nigga was illiterate. You're illiterate. But you sat up and thought all this stuff up. He had different, in his home, there were different wings to where there was two or three girls over here, two or three girls over there. And his wife was in another area of the house. And the wife could hear things going on throughout the house, but she was not allowed to go in there. She wasn't allowed to see what was going on. I'm not fixing to live in no house, and I don't know what's going on in my house. You, my husband, this your house, is my house, and I'm going in. You ain't finna tell me not to why I can't go in there. Girl, bye. It's too much. What kind of power is that you possess? That you can make people just do what you say, period, without an argument. What is that? That's got to be some sort of witchcraft. That's witchery. I'm serious. Like, y'all don't think that? Like, sometimes I be sitting back and I just, I ponder over these things before, as I'm getting ready to, put a story together or whatever. I sit and I ponder on these things. And I'm like, it's so many pieces of the puzzle that's missing for me when it comes to Tim Norman and when it comes to R. Kelly. And, even when I was, covering the Bill Cosby story, it was so much missing that the women weren't saying. And I just, and then I was looking for certain people. Not so much to be on Bill's side, but I was looking for people to say, if it was Felicia Rashad, she was always at the studio. And she got divorced one time because her husband said, you work too much, you're always at the studio. So I'm thinking, if you're always around these people, you saw something. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody thought with the R. Kelly situation to come forth until they saw that R. Kelly was really going down. And I feel like the only reason these people started to speak out is to save their own butt. I feel like it was to save their own butt. I don't feel like anybody told on R. Kelly that was, a saint. I feel like y'all did it because y'all don't want to go to prison with R. Kelly. But if you knew what was going on and you were, an accomplice, yeah, you need to serve time. Oh no, girl. Diddy has done worse things than R. Kelly. Now, girl, I mean, I hear what y'all saying about Eddie. I hear what you're saying about Eddie. That's and here again, it's just me being, not naive, but just some things I don't want to wrap my head around. The way Bishop died disturbs me. So I try not to think about it. And the fact that Jamal Bryant is now sitting in his seat does not sit well with me. Because Jamal Bryant, has done his share of dirt. And it looks like that church in Atlanta is always getting a pastor, not with stuff in their past, but stuff that they deal with right now, if that makes sense. I think that they really should have did some thorough researching before they hired Jamal Bryant to be the pastor of Eddie Long's old church. I do. I feel like it was all thought of because of the fame. If we hire Jamal Bryant, then guess what? We're going to get recognition. He has a big name, just like Pastor Eddie Long did. So we could get him to do it. Um, I don't know. When it comes to P Diddy, um, I'm gonna say this, and whoever watches the replay or whoever's in here now, if you don't like it, whatever. When I look at P Diddy, Sean Combs, when I look at him, and I felt like this since I was a kid, because he's older than me. When I look at him, there's something very sinister around his eyes. Did y'all watch the movie that he was in? Him and Felicia Rashad. Felicia Rashad was the mom. A Raisin in the Sun. Did y'all watch that movie with P. Diddy? He was a great actor. And because of that, I know that he's a great actor because I saw the performance and he was on Broadway. They said he's so good, we need to take him on Broadway. That in real life, he could make you believe some stuff that don't even exist. You understand what I'm saying? I don't trust nobody that can act that good. You can act that good. These people said it ain't just a movie. We got to go on Broadway. And Diddy, you got to come because nobody can play your part like you. That's a method actor. That is somebody that takes on the personality of their character, and they're living it as their so that's not even acting at this point. You have assumed the identity of a character, and you're no longer acting. You are that person, and that's what I look at when I see P Diddy and the Ciroc commercials and all these other little ads and stuff that he's got going on. I really look at him, the dark around his eyeballs, that stare, that glare. When he smiles, his eyes don't even move. His mouth is smiling, but his eyes are not, they're not connected. Like if looks could kill, everybody he looks at would be dead. Like, and I have never been able to put my finger on it or why I feel that way. I just have never felt comfortable enough to play his music, or never, felt comfortable enough to, support him. I've always been a little scared of P. Diddy. And so that's just how I feel about it. I don't think, he's on the up and up. I feel like, that man could put a hit out on somebody and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, but that's alleged. I'm just saying my theory. All right. I hold a PhD, so theory is what I do. Um, that's just how I feel. That I don't think P. Diddy is the nice guy people think he is. I really don't. And I never have thought like that. Reese said I live really close to the church. It's got so much controversy. Girl. Good job. That's the worst move they could have made, was making Jamal Bryant the pastor of Rebirth. Jamal Bryant needs a rebirth, is what he needs. Um, Honey, the stuff that man does. Phyllis said the prophet Marcus gave Diddy a word from the Lord. People say he had him killed. The prophet Marcus gave Diddy a word from the Lord, and people say he had him killed. What? Felicia Rashad seemed like a tough cookie. She's faithful to Bill. Bill had a second TV show with Bill. Like, yes, I used to love Cosby. Yes, I love that show. I love that show so much. And Malcolm and Eddie was one of my favorite shows. Yes, love, 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 love. Girl, you speaking my language now, girl. I did. I love, a lot of things that, Bill Cosby produced. And, Felicia Rashad, she's one of the best actresses I've ever seen. Like, I love this woman, the stuff that she's done lately, you wouldn't even think that she's a senior citizen. That girl, shoot. Listen, if I ever wanted to be an actress, I would have to find out. Hello, is Felicia Rashad teaching classes? Because she's the only one I trust. She's that type of actress. She was America's mom. She was married to Heathcliff Huxtable. Like, she was mom. Love that woman to this day. Do I believe everything that they said about Bill Cosby? No, I don't. I don't believe it. I stand firm on that. He, what he admitted to, I strongly believe, because he said it out of his own mouth. But the other things that they tried to pin on him, no. And the reason I believe, about the slipping the Mickeys and the drinks and stuff like that, is because that was that era. That was, what do you call them? When they were be at the club or whatever, they would be at the lounge and, different things of that nature. And that was just what they did. Sammy Davis Jr. and, the Rat Pack, that's what they did. And he admitted to that. And he talked about the Rat Pack. And, that was just it. It wasn't foreign. You know what I'm saying? The ladies that they did this, with, were probably willing participants, If I had been, an adult back then and Sammy Davis Jr. asked me, out on a date or, let's hook up, okay. Because he was hot. He was hot back then. That was the thing. So by him admitting that, it let me know that, hey, there's some truth to, what has been said or whatever. But it would be different if he didn't admit to all, I didn't do nothing, none of this stuff. No, he told the story. This is what happened. There is some stuff. So you can, pin this on me. I just, but to do all the stuff that, they said, and then key actresses, even Raven Simone couldn't put a finger on, if he did this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were asking, key people that worked with him. And none of these people could, confirm anything that these people were saying. And with Beverly Johnson, the model Beverly Johnson, when she actually, came forth, I knew she was lying, because ain't nobody ever seen Beverly Johnson and Bill Cosby together. They never dated. Bill was married, since he was born. Bill Cosby is the only man that was born married. Like, he's never not been married to Camille. And you trying to tell me? No, I didn't believe these people at all. And then Janice Dickinson, I knew she was lying, because the whole time, back then, she was high as a kite. She just went to rehab when America's Next Top Model hit, and she lost her job on America's Next Top Model for being high. So do I take her word? Nope. Absolutely not. You know what, Phyllis? That crossed my mind. Did y'all read what Phyllis just typed? People are saying that Diddy had his children's mom. Mm-hmm. That crossed my mind. Because at one time I thought they were getting back together, were they not? That was in the news. They were, supposed to be getting back together, reconciling or something like that. Ooh, child. Mm-hmm. I do not know. But what I do know is it's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of folk that are going to get in trouble. Y'all thought that wave of people with, all of the people, that got caught up, the Heisenbergs, the Matt Lauers and all these people. No, it's fixing to be a whole nother wave of people. And the stuff, this is just what I feel. The stuff that we're about to find out that has happened in Hollywood and New York and all of these places, honey, We ain't heard nothing yet. It's about to go down. Okay? It's about to go down. This little penny ante stuff that it's entertainment. We find out about celebrities and they did this, that, and the third, whatever, blase, blase. But for real, some of these people did some very sinister stuff to get the fame that they have. Because you think about it, some of these people don't have talent the first. Why do you even have a record deal? You can't sing, you can't dance. But then you have people out here that can, for real sing. Like Aretha Franklin sing. You know what I'm saying? Like Etta James sing. Like there's some people out here who can sing somebody under the bench, as they say at church. And they're the ones I feel like should have, record deals. They're the ones that should be the celebrities. But you got people out here that can't hold a note in a brown paper bag, living on stacks of cash because they got a record deal, because you can package them a certain way, and because they'll play the game. They'll play the game, to get the fame and fortune. It's not fair. These people did some shady stuff to get their fame and fortune, and they're about to get found out. And Diddy is probably going to lead the pack. For real. That's just how I see it. Did Diddy have Biggie? I don't know. That I don't have an opinion on. I don't know too much about their history, so I'm not really sure. I just kind of feel like if Little Kim and Diddy had a relationship, or if Faith Evans and Diddy had a relationship and it affected Biggie in a certain way, I probably, would have a reason to investigate that. But I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know, man. Because I don't know their relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't know enough. Phyllis said, "You're right. It's getting ready to go down. It's getting ready to go down." Y'all thought the little actors in Hollywood and this, that, and the other was bad. And it was bad. It was bad, and it is bad. And people are finally paying, their due. Yes, you go to jail, and you go to jail, and you go to jail, and you go to jail. Losing their careers. Matt Lauer, I keep bringing him up because me and my mom, well, I was laughing. Mom thought it was horrible. But I say, Matt Lauer didn't even give the network the opportunity. Okay? He didn't even give. Matt packed his bags up, honey. He didn't even give them folks the opportunity to fire him. Okay? Matt Lauer was like, I won't be on Good Morning America or whatever anymore, honey. They went to his office and he already had his box packed up. Wow. He already knew. He already knew. Oh my God. He already knew. And that's just horrible. And the funny thing about it to me is Matt Lauer didn't really do anything that was so heinous or whatever. It was bad in the sense that you're married and you shouldn't be propositioning, other women, and you have a wife at home. That's embarrassing, and you just broke up your family. You know what I'm saying? But thank God, he didn't, do what stuff like R. Kelly is getting accused of doing and stuff like that. It went far enough to where Matt Lauer was like, that's it, I'm ruined. I'm finished. I'm about to get fired anyway. He just and then they were on the news like Matt Lauer has left the building on his own accord. Like, God. He didn't wait for the pink slip, nothing. He just said bye. Matter of fact, he didn't even say bye. He just said nobody knew he was leaving the building except for the security guard. Like nobody, they probably was like looking for him. And then the next day, everybody was going, oh, that's so unfortunate. No, it's not. He knew he was in trouble. That's why he went back there and packed his stuff up and left the building because he already knew. He knew it. Police tried to send the murder. Oh, they tried to pin it on him, but the police let it go. I think lack of proof, probably. I wonder what happened to Travis Smiley. He was accused of like harassment. Travis said he didn't do it. I was watching the video on YouTube, and I actually am going to do a Travis Smiley uh, clip because I want to get you guys' opinion on it. Travis Smiley has always been somebody that I admire, for his work ethic, the way that he dressed, the way that he presented himself. He was always, on the up and up to me. Okay. I never in my like he was one of the guys that Prince would sit down and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Prince, he's interviewed Prince more than once. Prince was more than happy, to sit down and talk to, Travis Smiley. And I thought, oh my God, if you're friends with Prince, then you got to be all right because that's my boy. I love Prince all day, every day, and you're cool with Prince. So he was cool in my book. But his work ethic, the way that he spoke, the way he carried himself, the things that he stood for, he was never shaky or wavered. He never wavered in, the things that he believed in. And I just really held him in high esteem because you don't really find a whole lot of people like that. People change when they get in Hollywood or when they get a title or a name. They start changing on you and stuff. And, from what I could see on TV and on the internet, he was always the same, And I thought, I just admired him. And now you're telling me that you have harassed some people. Well, he said he didn't do it. So we're going to see. But boy, Travis Smiley, if you did it, I tell you, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose your whole audience. You're gonna lose everybody. Like nobody is going to have your back. Nobody. Because he's not in the mainstream public's eye. Hear what I'm saying. If you're mainstream like Diddy or something like that, you always gonna have somebody that wants to jam and rock to your songs at the club or whatever. But Travis is not in mainstream anymore. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really feel like he ever was, except for when he had a good expose. Because they had switched his show when he did have a show on BET to almost midnight. You couldn't even watch the show. You couldn't even watch the show unless it was midnight. They did old Travis wrong, but I feel like man, I sure do hate it. Remember when Martin was accused? Tisha Campbell, she accused Martin of harassment. Y'all remember that from way back in the day? And then the show ended. They did the last season. You noticed that Martin and Tisha Campbell, they didn't have any scenes together. Remember that? And man, it was just really sad because I didn't really know what was going on until I picked up a magazine and then I saw it somewhere on the news on TV that she accused him of blank harassment, and that's why the show ended or whatever. But then she did something like she was on not Power, but what's the other show that came on Fox News 4? Anyway, she was on that show for a hot minute. With Cookie Line. Now, she was on that show, and I guess she's back in the public's eye, and she made this comment that, yeah, I would love to do a reunite with Martin. Like, we all need to, be in a group. That would be great. And I'm like, really though? Because you're the reason Martin went off the air, remember? So, she's the last person that I, would have thought would say, yeah, I would love a reunion. Because she's the reason. Sure. Does it sound wavy? It's probably because I've been talking for like 2 hours straight. I hope you can hear me though. Girl, we just got through talking about R. Kelly. You missed it. You missed it. We were talking about the R. The Kelly. But yeah, I don't know if this replay sounds bad. I'm just gonna. Okay, good. I was gonna say, but and for anybody who's watching the replay, please forgive me. I didn't know. It sounds okay here in the studio. It sounds fine. So please forgive me. And if you're new, subscribe. I need all my thumbs up and I need all my subscribers. If you don't mind, please and thank you. But yeah, all these people that yes, girl, you ain't heard. You didn't hear about the group of girls he had fighting over the chicken. He said you had to prove yourself if you want to eat like for dinner. And so he used to do that often. He did that often. Like it was a form of his entertainment or something. There's always something that comes out every day of this trial. Every day of this trial, something stupid comes out that R. Kelly has done. And it's just, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable covering it as a story. It's just wild to me. Like I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that there are some people in the world like that today. I know it's true. I've seen some heinous stuff in real life, so I know it can happen, but I don't know. I guess in a way, I feel stupid for, ever having been a fan and, all that kind of stuff. It's like, we put so much stuff on these celebrities, you know what I'm saying? Hey, underrated. We put so much value on these celebrities, and then when they do something and we feel let down, it's like, it lets the air out of your cell. And I'm like, man, it sucks. It really sucks. So just some stories I just don't feel compelled to cover, as an expose because it's just, I don't know. It goes beyond letting your fans down. Like R. Kelly just, man, just, ugh, it's disgusting. But I hope that Tavis is innocent. I hope that Bill, gets better. I know that, he's going through his health situations. I hope Wendy gets better. I hope she makes it through this crisis. And like I said, she still has her son, to lean on. So, you know, yeah, for real, girl. It's always something. But I just, whoo, child, that R. Kelly situation just ruffled my feathers. I was like, why must y'all always make us look so stupid? Why? That's why people think black people are so dumb. Like, and what? Speaking of black people, my people, what's up with this colorism crap? It's 2021. Are we really doing this? Like, are we really doing this in 2021? I mean, seriously? So we're really categorizing people. Oh yeah, Wendy is sick. She's not gonna have her debut right now. Wendy is deathly sick, and she just got a breakthrough case of Miss Rona. Um, so she's in the hospital right now. She can't do anything at the moment, nothing. So which I was telling the audience here that I'm glad about that because she needs a rest. She's a workaholic, and all jokes aside, Wendy is the head of the gossip, community, but even Wendy Williams needs a break. She needs to just chill out for a minute. Working yourself to death is not healthy. And worrying about it, stressing out about stuff is not healthy. She's got to chill out. She's got to chill out. So maybe her being in the hospital, will help her get some perspective, like you need to slow down, just chill out for a moment, before you hurt yourself even worse. And I don't know how severe her case of Miss Rona is, so there'll probably be some news tomorrow. If so, I'll definitely do a video because I'm keeping up with that case. Yeah, but the colorism thing on TikTok. So let me tell you what happened if you don't know. The colorism thing on TikTok started when Black TikTokers decided they were not going to dance on TikTok anymore because all the little white kids were taking their dances and not giving the Black kids credit. So they stopped doing dances on TikTok. And then all of a sudden, there was an outbreak of colorism, and it all began with this girl. She was very dark and beautiful. Like, I don't know, where she's from, but her skin and everything is flawless. And she's like a young girl. Like, she's probably younger than my daughter. Her and one of her friends that was lighter than her go on TikTok, and they were like, where we at? We at the gym. They were just being kids, like they normally, like kids do. And this girl got so much hate for the color of her skin. And I was like, this is trash. This is pure trash. So, if you're that dark, you're too Black. But if you're not Black enough, you're not Black, you're mixed and this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, how are y'all raising your children that this is okay? You need to be having conversations with these kids. And some of these people were adults. Some of these people weren't kids, they were adults. So by you being an adult, attacking a kid that's at the gym having fun with her friend, and the only thing that you see is this dark skinned person, and you don't like the shade of her darkness, you don't like the shade of her Black. So now you're going to talk about this girl, and make her cry and make her feel bad about herself. And now she's going to have low self-esteem. So she made, a YouTube channel, and she talked about it. She shut down, the post on TikTok because, it literally blew up for the wrong reason. And so when she made her video, she was telling people, that she's very comfortable in her skin, and she doesn't think that she's ugly. And she's not ugly. She's drop dead gorgeous. And I just felt like, but you could tell she was hurt. You could tell that all of this hurt her feelings. And it's blowing up just kind of like the Gorilla Glue girl. And I'm like, why would this even be a story? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. People were following her on TikTok so they could bash her. It was stupid. And, it's still going on. And I just felt like, wow, this is the society we live in. This is it, huh? JJ says that's ignorant mindset. It reminds me of slavery. Yeah. Yeah. And it is horrible, Sean. And, we talk about stuff like this. But you gotta understand, for me, I live not too far from the Mississippi line that crosses Alabama. Their proms and stuff like that are still segregated. There are certain areas that me as a Black woman, I cannot go to. Here in Alabama, there are certain places in Alabama I know not to go to. In Mississippi, same thing. Okay? I know very well not to be, driving through Coleman. I know that, I can't, get near, like Hansville, has, Black people in there, but I would be afraid to live there because it is a part of Coleman. And when you get close to the Mississippi line, it's very clear that these high schools, yes, we can share the classroom, but we're not going to have prom with the Black kids. We're not going to dance with the Black kids. We're not going to, associate in the same room. The Black kids can have their prom somewhere else, and the white kids are going to have their prom here. And that it is what it is. It's not just the prom either. It's any type of outside function. You're not going to do it, with the Black kids. Everybody's going to be, separated. And it is what it is. And until somebody, stands up and says, this isn't right and we need to change this, it's going to be like this forever. So, I talk about this stuff because this is where I live. Like, I witness this every day. This is not a joke. A lot of people think that segregation doesn't exist anymore and slave days are over, but it's really not. It's really not. I mean, modern day slavery exists. You get somebody in a position to where they have to do this job because they can't quit the job because if I quit, my family won't eat tonight. So you have them stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you don't intend to raise their pay. You don't intend to give them insurance. You don't intend to help them in any way, shape, or form. It's modern day slavery. You have the person between a rock and a hard place, and you did that on purpose. So, I am aware of all of the stuff that happens. I'm aware. Um, I don't agree with everything that I see. And it just, you have to stay prayed up. You have to continue to pray that things get better. Right. I mean, thank God the girl didn't hurt herself. But I understand exactly, where she was coming from. And we all probably went through some ridicule as a teenager, right? Have pimples on her face, maybe overweight, too skinny, whatever, big feet, whatever. Somebody was always saying, your hair's too short, your hair's too long, whatever. Um, but she was saying, that she's a strong individual. But you could tell that it hurt her feelings. Now, what the movement that's going on right now um, is a good thing, but it's bringing up the colorism thing. So now you have people on TikTok that have to defend their color. So this is the thing. The reason the crate challenge, came to a screeching halt is because of the colorism thing. And now you've got people, there was a girl I saw today, and she was very upset because people keep calling her a little black girl. And she is from African India. She's, but she's a Hindu African and something Indian. And I don't know about that heritage, but I saw it in a movie one time. And they look like they're from Africa, but they sound like they're from India. And I'm fascinated by it. I watch a lot of Nollywood movies, so I've seen it on the screen, but I've never met a person like that in real life. So here I am thinking, wow, she's beautiful. And look, she was losing her mind. She was mad. She was sobbing. She was in tears because she's being made fun of on TikTok because, I don't know. I guess people have never seen a person that looks like her before. Why do you have that weird accent? Aren't you black? It's like the girl keeps telling you what her nationality is or whatever. It's like, people still, but you're black, right? It's like, look at this poor girl. Look at her facial features. Listen to the way she speaks. Like, she's telling you who she is. She's telling you how she grew up. She doesn't have a black mother. She doesn't have a black father. Okay? And there are people who were born and raised in Africa that literally are not black. And I mean, it's getting out of hand. It is. It's getting out of hand. And these kids, y'all will see. I'm not going to say too much about it. I got an expose that I'm working on. The last uh, girl that hurt herself. She's no longer with us. I can't say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. She started her um, transition on Instagram, but she didn't actually pull the trigger on Instagram because she didn't want anybody to be left with that visual. So she said her goodbyes or whatever. And when she got off of the Instagram an hour later, the police and authorities found her at her house and she was unresponsive, which means that she had taken her life. Um, and she's a YouTuber. She's a YouTuber. So, I'm You know, in 2021, I'm 50 years old, and it never crossed my mind that this would still be going on in 2021. Never crossed my mind that I would be a YouTuber that reports this kind of stuff. It never dawned on me. Not once. And not, I mean, I may be naive or I may be, you know, looking at this from a different angle, but I'm just saying, when I was a kid, I was born in 1971. So, I grew up in the 70s, and the 70s were, to me, it was so cool and carefree. We had our little Afro puffs and our lollipops, and, it just was the way the world was. We didn't have, social media and all that kind of stuff. The way the world was how you lived it in your neighborhood, or wherever, you were, your school and stuff. I never experienced any type of racism until I was about grown. And if it was around me, I didn't know it, because my mom was like my protector, like she was there for me. So I never in a million years thought that in 2021 this would be going on, and we're still dealing with this. I mean, they're doing documentaries on, the Mississippi line because Black people aren't welcome. They're doing, who's it? The guy, I can't think of his name right now, but he was the narrator, of a Netflix story or whatever, talking about the segregation and how they almost burnt the high school down, because of it and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I just don't get it. Yeah, yeah. Well, see, my second ex-husband was white, and before I married him, I think that I experienced some sly remarks, but nobody actually would say in my face. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, you need to get out of our neighborhood type of thing or whatever. You know, where we lived, I had a lot of white friends. Who else was I gonna play with? Sharon says that California is a melting pot of many cultures. Folks look so crazy doing that here. Exactly. They look crazy doing it here. They just don't know they look crazy, but they really do, because our kids, um, their generation are different. You know, when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom, was there, period. And so if anything went down, it was because my mom, allowed it. But you're not going to talk to my child a certain way. You're not going to make her feel bad because she's Black. This is my kid, and that's just the way it was in the 70s. But I mean, I used to watch Good Times and stuff like that. Hey, I didn't have that experience. I didn't live in the, projects or whatever. We had a home and stuff like that. So life was different for me. And I guess I was sheltered growing up because, my mom made sure that, I was okay. She made sure that, at home, this is, this is what it is. This is what it's supposed to be. So, I grew up thankful for that. But then, when I walk outside of my neighborhood and I look at the world, I'm like, why are these people doing this? Why is this stuff, all of a sudden on TV, people rioting? Why do they not like Black people? When you're a kid, you have to be taught this stuff. You have to be taught hate, how to hate people. We don't grow up hating people. You know what I'm saying? We don't grow up, oh my God, I can't stand Black people. Oh my God, I can't stand white people. That's a learned behavior. We don't do that, just all of us. Like that, that's not instilled in you, like, you know, nothing. Like it's just, you have to teach people that stuff, teach people hate, and teach people this stuff. And the way that you live, is a good teacher. JJ, My mom, the first lady of Ebenezer Christian Church, she's all that in a bag of chips. But she was married to my biological father, but my house, I considered it a single parent home because I never saw my biological father unless he wanted to be seen. He was just out in the streets. He was out and about. And it didn't really affect me. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned to rely on my mom, period. She wasn't perfect. She didn't do everything right. But, if I ever, needed, something, I never thought, go to dad. Like it never was, because I don't know where he is. Like you're married, but you know where your husband is. So it was some dysfunction. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the racism and the colorism, I never experienced it. So I didn't know. I didn't know it existed. So this is my first taste of even hearing about this colorism thing that's going on. And I am baffled. I'm shocked. I can't believe it. Why is this even happening? Does it matter? Like, does it really matter what shade of black you are? Like, seriously. So if I, go into the wrong neighborhood, you're telling me that I'm going to be made fun of because I'm too dark. Seriously? I mean, there are so many other things that we have to be paying attention of. And you're telling me that you're not going to play, in the sandbox with me because I'm too dark. I mean, when you say it out loud, it sounds stupid. Yeah, exactly. It does sound dumb. I don't think these people are thinking this through. There's a whole pandemic going on outside, and y'all are on TikTok mad because somebody is too dark for your liking or somebody is too light for your liking. Well, I know that she can't be all black because she's too light. And I know that this person has African descendant or whatever because look at how dark they are. What on what planet is that normal? Oh my God, we just gotta do better. We gotta do better. This is the world we live in. This sucks. It really sucks sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. So anyway, guys, I want to get out of here. I would love to hang out with y'all all night. But I do need to finish my laundry, so I'm going to get out of here. But thanks for the chat session. I love hanging out with you guys. I love talking to y'all. I will be back tomorrow with fresh content. So, keep it locked and loaded because your girl is always on a mission to give y'all the 411. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, mask it up, use your hand sanitizer, wear your gloves at the pump. Okay, live on purpose. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Good night, everybody.